Hi guys, so I had a winner box today, and I was first, undefeated. Now, the list was the same as the one I posted yesterday, but one thing I realized is that unless you've been watching my vlogs, which you should be, watch my vlogs. The list you will be seeing isn't an optimal list. It's the list that I play because I don't have certain cards. Like I don't have free prosperity. I don't have, like, I don't know, some other stuff here. So this is the list that like I would play optimally if I had all the cards. But yeah, so how did it go? Well, round one was against Two Elements. Two Elements was quite free for this deck, especially now that you play Dweller, because it means post side you have an unfair win condition that they can't deal with. So game one, Ibly Lock. Game two, I opened really well. I opened Eclipse, I opened Econ, I opened Talents, like it was crazy, and then I opened Combo as well. So I just cracked his board and killed him. Game two was against Unchained. Unchained is a little bit more difficult, but it's a similar thing where you have an unfair win con. So he wins die roll, but unfortunately just sets and passes. Now, the thing about Unchained is you have to be careful because when they set and pass, obviously it's Rakia, and you know they play hand traps as well. Well, not Rakia, but you know it's like a floater, and you know they play hand traps as well. So for me, it was like, okay, if I just kind of try and combo off and kill him, and he has nib, I just lose. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to make Appaloosa first. So I opened combo that allowed me to get to Appaloosa first, before Turbulence. So I get to Appaloosa, then I make my Turbulence, then I set 4. Then in battle phase, my thought is, okay, I want to kill his Rakia, but what I want to do is, I want to force him to like waste stuff. So I attack into it, and I don't negate it. And the reason being is because, and this is what happened, he has, what's that card called? I don't know. He has the big level 8 one that like destroys and discards to destroy. So he summons that, but then I just negate that and he's discarded the card, and I beat over that anyway because I've got field spell. Then game 3, I just have insane combo. I have Ash plus Called By plus Prosperity plus, I think, Airlifter or whatever. So like go into my combo, he tries to Ash my emergency, but then I have Called By, and this is disgusting. So like, okay, like yes, it's annoying, my Ash is turned off, but I'm gonna dig for talents. I dug, got talents, rip his hand, it's just free from there. Then game 3 was against Kashtira. Kashtira is easy as well because your deck is very good into the Kashtira monsters, and then on top of that I play a lot of non-engine that just destroys them like Econs and Eclipse. So game 1 combo, he has Shifter, but I opened Emergency, so it didn't matter. So I just set 4 with a Book of Eclipse. He can't play through 2 books and a negate and a pop. So I win that. Game 2, he makes combo, but unfortunately he doesn't open any hand traps or anything, and then I try to econ his, I have open econ and Eclipse. I try to econ his Arise Heart. He chains Lance, I chain Eclipse. Game from there. Last game was against Labyrinth. This was a 45-minute game. It was ridiculous. Game 1, 45 minutes. But yeah, it was really good. And again, Reinforce is so good, guys. Like I don't think I'm taking it out of the main deck anytime soon. This card is just too good. And this card again is like, it just gave me tempo where I shouldn't have had. So he outs my field spell at one point, which is really smart of him. As soon as he saw it revolve once, he was like, he just banished it, which was peak. But what was great was that after he did that, I had already used the shuffle back at least once, so my Reinforce was in deck. So my Reinforce was in grave, and that allowed me to get a rescue L point, which got me ahead of him because I revived his like Lovely or his Lady or whatever, the one that stops your opponent responding. So I revived that, pop one of his monsters, he can't respond to that, and then that triggers and pops another card. Absolutely insane. But yeah, really, really good showing from the deck. So like I said, yeah, I think this variant of the deck is amazing right now. It will change. And so the ban list. So the first thing I'm going to do is the ban list itself. I'll talk about the ban list and I'll show you Age of Overlord, what I'm planning for right now. So the ban list has caused a couple of issues in that it killed Kashtira essentially out of the meta, which is a problem because the fact that you have a good matchup into Cash and Pearly was like a big thing that made this deck so good, and now Cash is not in the meta. Having said that, it's kind of good for this deck because now this is probably the best shifter deck in my opinion. A deck that can play shifter. It's not amazing, but you can play under shifter better than a lot of the graveyard power decks that will come out. On top of that, the fact that you can make Dweller as well is insane in this deck. Being able to make Dweller is just not fair. So moving forward, I'm not going to change my build much. Like, I had ideas to go to a hand trap build, but I was like, there's just no point. Age of Overlord is coming out soon, and so I'm dedicating more time focusing onto that. So this is where I am right now with my Age of Overlord build. The problem is that I'm still very lost on what to do. This new Diabell Star engine is just so crazily good. The problem is that it almost has anti-synergy of Prosp. I really wish Prosp was banned or at least hit, because this card has such good synergy, such bad synergy with Prosp, but such good synergy with your deck. But Prosp is an unfair card, which makes you want to play Prosp. So what's my thought process? My thought process is, if I'm not playing Prosp, I want to have just good cards. I want to draw a lot of cards and just have good cards. And so that's why I'd rather just play 12 hand traps. The problem is, post side Prosp is also unfair. Post side digging for stuff like D-Berry and stuff is crazy, and you can't do that. So I don't know. Like, I also don't want to play a 5-card engine. Think about it. You're playing a 5. If I play a 5-card engine for consistency, then I also play 3 Prosp. Yes, your deck is super consistent, but you don't have a lot of hand traps and stuff. Like, there's not a lot of space on an engine. That's 8 slots gone. I don't really like that. So I don't know. I'm back and forth. I don't know if I'm going to be playing Prosperity or not. I don't know. Maybe I'll just play 2. I only have 2, so maybe I'll only play 2. But I'm here. The reason why hand traps as well is because Nib is always good at the start of formats. It's one of the eternal truths of Yu-Gi-Oh! It's the same when Mystic Mind was out. Mystic Mind is always good at the beginning of format. Nib is always good at the beginning of format. It's always the truth. So just play Nib, because people are going to be testing all their stupid combo decks and they won't know how to play around Nib, and then you just punish them. And then Imperm and Veiler, I just always want to play these if I'm playing Nib, because the combo of these two with Nib is insane. Now, in terms of extra deck, the reason why I won't be Ibly locking, at least to start off with, is because I'm expecting people to finally learn. I feel like I might be wrong. Like, I always say people are going to learn. They'll know now, like, to respect the Ibly lock. Maybe I'm wrong and they won't, but because of that, I don't want to have it in my deck. And then also, I just want to be able to generically hit as many things as possible, and having hand traps does that better, in my opinion. I still think Retaliating Sea will be good. I still think D-Barry will be good. But yeah, this is about where I am for Age of Overlord. It might change. Oh, and also, this card as well. SP Little Knight is absolutely cracked in this deck. You always end on this card pretty much. Like, my typical end board is going to be obviously that Turbulent Set 4 plus SP Little Knight and usually a body on board. And this card is just so unfair. Like, it really, really just dominates your opponent. I would play 2 probably. I would say, like, this Flame Tongue card is not that relevant. It's just a crappy version of Sunlight Wolf. You could play it, but you're not missing out. But I think it's probably more worth it to play 2 SP Little Knight and not even bother with Flame Tongue, because yeah, she just adds like new layers of interaction. She's going to be a card you need to watch out for. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm not going to release like a proper profile for Age of Overlord yet, because I'm still testing. I don't want to release a list to you guys until I know like what I think is actually good. But if you're interested in where I am, this is where it's at. I might release some games. Let me know if you want to see some games, Age of Overlord games, and I'll post them, because I'm about to go on DB and do some now. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll talk to you all soon. Peace.